What is up today? Today we are going to be ranking Call of Duty zombie maps. You guys know I'm the professional, so I can get them all down 100%. This is totally not a bit opinion based. This is all facts. I would never lie to my loyal subscribers, such as yourself. Alright, let's just start in order. Buried is an ant map. It's nothing special. I'll give it C. I think that's fair. Call of the Dead, you're too. Fog's really annoying. George is really annoying. Not fun to deal with. Transit, you are a phenomenal map. People sleep on you. This is like Derice to a lot of people. That's what Transit is like to me. Transit is perfect to run 4-man with. You just have a great time on the bus. Gorod Krovi coming up next. And of course, Gorod is obviously going to be S tier because this is one of the best Easter eggs, of course. No question. Dragon, one of the best boss fights, too. Everything's perfect about the map. The Easter egg may be a little bit tedious, but it's a challenge, and it keeps you on your toes, and it's a great experience. Drak, you're obviously S tier with the bows. There's no debating you. I'll put you above Gorod because you have bows, you're phenomenal. The Easter egg's super easy. Anybody could do it. Except the boss fight's a little bit challenging. Ancient Evil, nobody gave you a chance, but I stuck with BO4. I was loyal. A lot of people bailed on BO4 after DLC 1 because Dead of the Night was not very good, but I did not. I played Ancient Evil. It was a great map. I'll give it B tier. Not A tier, but this is a great map. If it was on any other, it's similar to 9. Everybody loved 9, but nobody gave Ancient Evil a shot because it was DLC 2. They have the gauntlets, amazing boss fight. Perseus, phenomenal. Best map in BO4, Ancient Evil, but nobody gave it a shot. Ascension, you are garbage. Too easy, boring. I fall asleep on this map. Oh, they did introduce some wonder weapons. I'll give you E. Derice, you're not very good either. I got a strong hate for Derice. D tier, I think that's fair. Derice is just awful. So boring. BO3, let's say I'm playing BO3. Derice is the map I hate the most in BO3. Without a question. It's just so boring. You just sit on the catwalk. I mean, there's no Easter egg, so you gotta take away. There's a Wonder Waff, which makes it somewhat better, but it's such a bland map. It reminds me of like a Nocturne Tone. It's just bland. It's just there. It's not good. I mean, yeah, you really can't even mess around like you can in Transit as Reese, because Transit you can like mess around on the bus, push people off the bus, make people mad, stuff like that. The Reese, you're just sitting in a corner. Nobody cares. It's pretty boring. In Catwalk, you can just abuse that. You get to around 45 without a problem. Dead of the Night. You are kind of tedious. I think Dead of the Night is worthy of C tier. It's not terrible. If you're a really like competitive zombies player, really experienced, Dead of the Night is a perfect map for you. It's pretty cool. There's a few tedious and dumb things about it, but besides that, like the vampires, for example, the boss fight is extremely irritating and difficult. It is a challenge. As soon as you get used to it, it's a cakewalk. Alright, next, Blood of the Dead. You were amazing, but terrible. So, Blood of the Dead, best storytelling of all time. That ending cutscene made me cry. A 16-year-old kid was crying at the end of Blood of the Dead. That's how good it was. But the map was not that good. You're better than Dead of the Night, Blood. I'm not going to talk. I think you belong C right in front of Blood of the Dead. I think that's fair. 5, you are, you're a solid map. I think you're B tier. 5 is a great map. It's a challenge, but it's a good challenge. 9, you're a great map as well. So you're going to come up here. You're going to join 5. Ancient Transit. I think you're... Oh, shoot. Dead of the Night, you're down here. All right, that's good. Kino der Toten is garbage. Kino, boring. It's just like the Reese. It's a boring, terrible map. I never get on Call of Duty to play Kino. I never got the hype for it. It's just ugly. It's awful. It's just an awful map. Next up, Moon. Moon is a great map. We gotta put that in. I'll put it in C tier. No. Yeah, it's ahead of Moon is a great map. I love the Area 51 in the beginning, how you can get stacked on points right off the bat if you really want to. Mob of the Dead, you already know where Mob of the Dead's going. Mob of the Dead is a great map. You're going to go all the way to A tier. Not S tier, you're not as good as DE or Gorod, but it's just because it doesn't really have, like, it's Easter egg. It has an Easter egg, but it's really not that fun of an Easter egg. There's no, like, challenging and cool steps. It's just dumb steps. I like how it explains it a little bit, like the CDs at the end, but that's about it. Next, we have Knocked. You are terrible. You're a great starter. For the first map of Zombies, you're fine, but terrible. Boring. Fall asleep. It takes like 2 hours to get to round 20. Shino Numa, you are also awful, so you belong in F tier as well. Next, we have Revelations. Revelations is a great map. Actually, it's tedious, though. Yeah, Revelations is tedious. I think it goes in B tier. I think that's a good spot for Revelations. Shadows of Evil, perfect. Shadows of Evil is definitely an A tier, right below Mob of the Dead. It is a great map. It's different. That's what makes it so good. Everything about it is just so unique. If it's competitive Zombies players, and then the casual, they're really not that big of fans of Shadows, but you can get the Apothicon Servant, Ray Gun. There's a lot of wonder weapons that can really guide you to a high round. Where's Transit? Transit was right here. Yep. Alright. Next up, we got Die Rise. Die Rise is not bottom. I'll put Die Rise in D. I think it deserves D. Die Rise is just awful. Like, boring. Fall off the map easily. There's really, you don't. This Liquefier, when it was, like, really good, that was a good time to play Die Rise, but perks are tedious. Everything about it is tedious. Like, if you go down and out, good luck finding your teammates, because you're going to get lost in that massive building. There's multiple buildings, actually. Oh, Origins. This is an easy one. Origins is, of course, going all the way up to S tier, because Origins is goated. Probably number 2. Let me move forward. Yep, Origins number 2. That's very good. I could understand the debate for number 1. Origins, you got the staffs. It was the start of making zombies great. Everybody plays zombies during Origins, because why wouldn't you? Origins life was a great life. Alright. Next, I'll do Shang. Alright, Shangri-La. You fit the same, you belong in the same boat as Moon. You're Some people love you, some people hate you, and there's people like me who are realistic, who will put you in the middle, where you belong. Shangri-La, right behind Moon. I think that's fair. Okay, now we have Varooks. Varooks is a boring, well, it's a challenging map, but there's really nothing exciting about it. There's only so many doors. It's just really small. It's definitely above Die Rise, though. Yeah, Varooks right there, perfect. And next we have Voyage of Despair. BO4, ooh. You're not, Blood of the Dead is better than you. So I'll put Voyage at F. Yeah, Voyage right there. And then Zetsubo. I put Zets right behind Blood, because Blood is, the storyline makes up for it. That's why it's so good. Alright, so S tier we have DE, Origins, Gorod, perfect. There's no debate there. The staffs, the bows, Gorod, amazing Easter egg, amazing boss fight. Reagan Mark 3s, fits everybody. The PPSH is a great map. Then you have A tier, Mob of the Dead, and Shadows of Evil. I think that's relatively fair. Mob of the Dead is a great map. The only annoying thing is the lightning when you're playing. It's great atmosphere, great everything in Mob of the Dead. I just can't put it on the same tier as Origins, D, or Gorod, because those Easter eggs and their gameplay is unreal. Mob of the Dead, it has great gameplay, but Easter egg is That's where it falls off to A tier due to the Easter egg. Shadows of Evil, great map, different. Good start to BO3 with the new abilities. The Apothicon Servant's in it. I think that's the first map with the Apothicon Servant, Shadows of Evil. Yeah. Now we have B tier, Ancient Evil 9. Ancient Evil has a gauntlet, great Easter egg. Everything about Ancient Evil is just really good. It's just on BO4, which why it takes such a big hit. Same with 9. 9's a great map too. Not as good as Ancient, but 9 is a great map, but since it's on BO4, it just isn't the same. Revelations, you are great to mess around on and get high rounds. Appeals to casuals. Easter eggs, super tedious, annoying. Transit, great map to mess around on. 5, I don't know if I should put 5. I think I should move 5 to C tier. Yep, 5 will go to C tier. Okay, now we have Moon, Shangri-La. You both, there's such like a wide margin for both of those maps. Moon and Shangri-La. People either love you or hate you. It's so weird. Then you have 5, super challenging but great map. Buried belongs at C. Hear me out. It's just so easy. It's a very easy map. They do have the Paralyzer. The Easter egg is terrible. The storyline is terrible. That's the only 2 negative things about Buried. And I just don't find the excitement of playing Buried. I don't know. It's just not that good. Like, you got good camping spots. It's a relatively good sized map. You got the witches, which is kind of cool, the pack-a-punch. Just the storyline and the Easter egg kill Buried. Everything else is perfect about it. Oh, shoot. Dead of the Night, you belong at C tier. The atmosphere is phenomenal. One of the best maps, best atmospheres. But everything else about you is just ugh. And I like your wonder weapon, the Folly. That is phenomenal. A great wonder weapon. Then you have Call of the Dead, Derice. Derice is garbage. It's terrible storyline. It's just boring. Fall asleep on that map. I do not look forward to playing Derice. It is not a good map. Call of the Dead, didn't get into. The fog's really annoying. And same with George. Die Rise, building is terrible. Verrook, challenging and small map. No storyline. It's eh. Then we got E, Ascension, Kino. Ascension and Kino. They're just blah maps. But it is only BO1, so I can't have too high expectations for those. They were maps, but just not that entertaining. Like, if you compare them to a BO3 map, obviously you're going to get killed. Blood of the Dead, Zets belong to E tier. I think that's relatively fair. F tier, Voyage, Noct, and She, no, Numa. This is clearly all preference, but this is the most factual you'll ever get. So if you disagree, you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. This is all preference. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.